Okay, good morning again, maybe good night wherever you are in the world. Um, okay, right here, um, we have a scenario that someone, the plumber, or as I always say, the so-called plumber, put the check valve. This check valve is no longer functionable in the wrong place. He put it lower down after the T connection. As you can see, the pipe is running straight down, and over there you see the next pipe, right? He put the check valve over there, so water was backing back from on this side because it's two connection, one going so, one going so, but all of them leading back to this one line. The purpose of the check valve is to have right, is to make the water flow one way. So when your pump is on and the water comes back up to go to the main, the check valve is supposed to block it. So install a new check valve because the old one is bad. I also put a union. The purpose of the union is to take off the crack the line to see if this check valve is good in case we put on the pump. And the check valve is good, by the way, but I'm talking about over time when the check valve begins to wear and tear. We break this union right here like this. Alright, and if anything is wrong with the check valve, water will start coming out here because the check valve is supposed to prevent the water from coming back up to go back to the source, the supply from the mains out in the main road out there, right? So that's the purpose of the union. Always make sure at your check valve that there's a union next to it. You're probably wondering, alright, I hear you plumber, I know a little bit about plumbing, but I'm not seeing a stop cork. I'm not seeing nothing to shut the water off. Well, there's already one right over there. Let me come closer so you can see it. Right there. That's it. You can also see that there's a tap here. This tap, the purpose of this tap, I'm turning it on. You see there's no water, right? So there's no water in the mains. The reason why this tap is here is to prevent the pump water coming up to this point, and when they're washing down the car that is next to me, they'll end up using tank water, preserved water then, if you want to say so. And that's what you don't want. So the purpose of this being in this position is to use water from the mains alone that is coming from the supply from the government of our country, Trinidad and Tobago, haha. So that's the purpose of this. So if there's no water in the mains, but they're still getting water, which they should because there's a pump, and you want to find out that there's water in the mains because you don't want to use your preserved water, you come here and you turn this on, and if water comes out, there's water in the main. Therefore, then you can shut off your pump, take off your tanks if so, and use the water from the taps. This is just a basic system. Some people do other things. Now, there's no bypass line because there were plumbing work that was done here already. So the plumber had put check valves on the tanks on them to prevent the tank from recycling the water over and over. So that process is finished, but it didn't have none over here, so I put one. So let me just put this back on. We had 4 minutes. Okay, well, you all need to see me put that back on, so thank you again. My name is Elroy Maynard, and thank you all for watching.